Hi da.
Hello.
Hey, hello.
How are you all da?
Okay, I'm okay. Thanks for asking.
We are fine. Thanks for asking.
ஏன்டா இவ்வளவு ஃபார்மலா இருக்கீங்க ரெண்டு பேரும்?
I don't know. Sharif do I follow da.
டேய் ஷரீஃப் கிளிஃப் வந்து குடிப்பான் தண்ணி குதிப்பியாடா?
No da. I will celebrate when he does that da.
Okay, so this week வடபோச்சையில் நமக்கு 2 கெஸ்ட் இருக்காங்க இந்த வாரம். ஸோ போன வாரம் கெஸ்டாக வந்த ரேச்சல் மறுபடியும் வந்திருக்காங்க. பேக் பை பாப்புலர் டிமாண்ட்னு சொல்ல மாட்டேன், பட் ஷீஸ் பேக்ல. அப்புறம் அந்த கப்பல்ஸ் எபிசோட்ல வந்து அஸ்வினி யுவாவோட கேர்ள் ஃப்ரெண்ட் ஃபியான்சே
ஏதோ
status promoted. Use the proper pronoun.
So Asvini வந்திருக்காங்க. So இந்த வாரம் வந்து we have 2 guests who is joining us for this week's topic, which is Yuva. Please take it away.
What do males and females look for in a partner?
So first up, formally welcome Asvini and Rachel.
Hey, we're so happy to be back. Yes.
Wow. What false hype.
Okay, so very direct, very straightforward.
Hey, no lah, really happy to be back. Thanks.
Well.
So basically this week, what do you look for in a partner, whether you're a male or female? அதை பற்றி நம்ம பேச போகிறோம். So I would say let's kick start with the oldest in this group. 30 வயசு ஆக போகுது. தெரியலன்னா அடுத்த வாரம் வந்து ஷரீஃப் வந்து 30வது பிறந்த நாள், அதனால முடிய போய் வெட்டினேன்னு சொன்னாரு. ஆனா வெட்டினாரா இல்ல சும்மா போய் அப்படியே கொஞ்சம் ட்ரிமிங் பண்ணிருங்கன்னு சொல்லியிருக்காரு தெரியல. ஸோ ஷரீஃப் ப்ளீஸ் டேக் இட் அவே.
My qualities, the qualities I look for in a partner. Very simple lah. முந்தி வந்து
முந்திரி கொட்டைன்னு சொல்ல வந்தேன்.
இல்லடா, முந்தி வந்து when I was a teenager, I used to ரொம்ப எக்ஸ்ட்ராவா எதிர்பார்த்தேன். Must be pretty lah, must be understanding lah, must be இந்த லிஸ்ட்லாம் போட்டேன். like 5-6 quality lah must look for in a partner.
இது இப்ப 14 வயசு இல்லையா? ஏன் 14 வயசுலன்னு சொல்லணும்னா, நம்ம முந்தின எபிசோட்ல வந்து ஷரீஃப் வந்து 14 வயசுலயே அப்பா ஆகணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்டாருன்னு தமிழ் டீச்சர்ட்ட சொன்னாருங்கிறத நான் இந்த கட்டத்துல சொல்ல விரும்புறேன். ஷரீஃப் மேல சொல்லுங்க ஷரீஃப்.
ரைட். ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒன்ஸ் யூ எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் எவ்ரி திங், இப்போதைக்கு என்னோட குவாலிட்டிஸ் that I look for ready found. Very simple. Just the only thing is able to understand and adjust. அவ்வளவுதான்.
What a simple man da. What a
really
man.
They all in all வந்து I mean it really comes down to whether your partner can adjust and compromise. Nothing else matters after that lah. So because really
இப்ப நீ போய் சொல்றேன்னு சொன்னமாடா. What a man.
இது நிறைய ஜோக் வருது.
வேணாண்டா.
Spill it out da. ஜோக் கேட்டு ரொம்ப நாள் ஆச்சு.
Is it? நான் போன் அடிச்சு.
Of course lah, this like looks and everything, they all matter, but ultimately வந்து what matters is your ability to compromise with your partner. Whatever sacrifices you want to make, you have to make lah. So that is one thing I always look out for, and thankfully I found it in my partner lah.
Wow.
Very good.
Congratulations sir.
You really want the PS5 that badly?
Yes. China get to go listening to this.
China செருப்பை கொஞ்சம் ரெடியா வச்சுங்க. கேட்டானா அப்படியே நல்லா பல்லார்னு மூஞ்சில அடிச்சிருங்க. Okay, so we'll jump over next to I think we'll jump to Asvini.
How sadly.
Answer screenலயே இருக்கு man.
இல்ல இந்த முண்டத்தை கொஞ்ச நேரம்.
Okay, so generally I think normally girls, right, the main thing, the primary trait that they look for in a man, right, is for them to be independent, You know, like naturally ஒரு guy independent இருந்தாதான் they will like get attracted to them lah, basically. Yes, so that's one trait. And secondly, I would say that many girls also look for a guy who is nurturing, like someone who is not like, hey, நம்ம வந்து ஒரு girl yawn பண்றா வச்சுக்கோ, he doesn't go like, என்னடா நீ எப்போ தூங்கிட்டே இருக்க, or like எப்போ yawn பண்ணிட்டே இருக்க, like rather than saying like, hey, what's wrong with you, the person will probably like, you know, be loving, so nurturing சொல்லுவேன். And mostly I think younger girls, they have higher expectations, but why are you all laughing?
நான் சிரிக்கல, ஆனா ஏன் இவா சிரிக்கிறாரு எனக்கு இந்த கட்டத்துல தெரியணும். சாரி அஸ்வினி, உங்களை கட் ஆஃப் பண்ணதுக்கு சாரி, பட் நான் ஏன்டா சிரிக்கிறேன்?
Oda, if Adegama, if I saw her yawning a lot, I'll be telling her to, I'll be calling her big da.
No lah, no. But mostly when I was younger, just like what Sharif said, I had more expectations. Like ஒரு லிஸ்டே இருந்துச்சு. ஆனா as I grew older, like I would say I cannot really categorize a person, you know, like we naturally just feel the person's vibes and how they are as a person compared to like, oh, in the boxer check பண்றாரு, or like under boxer check பண்றாரு. So I wouldn't say there's like categories or like criteria. It's just the way the person is. Who is he as a person compared to like, oh, this and that. ஏன் இப்ப திருப்பியும் சிரிக்கிறேன் யுவராஜ்?
This will be a video snippet. Because when she said in the box check பண்ணோம், எனக்கு பக்கத்துல 2-3 box இருக்குடா, அதை பார்த்து செக் பண்ணணும்.
என் மைண்ட்ல வந்து என்ன டிஃபெண்டர் வந்து பாக்ஸை செக் பண்றாருல.
Very good.
Football. I got the football energy.
Wait, to expand upon that, what are some of those check boxes that you had when you were younger?
The person has to be hardworking, not like those, you know, playboys who just play, use their parents' money. At that period of time. And then, so I think when I was younger, those are some of the criteria I had lah. Yes.
So this is like நீங்க 18-19 வயசுன்னு சொல்லலாமா இல்ல அதுக்கு
ஒரு 16 வயசு சொல்லலாம். Yeah.
Okay. ரேச்சல், அதே கேள்வி வணக்கம்.
Generally speaking, I would like the person to have acceptance, like to just accept me for who I am and not try to change me too much, you know, because then again we accept each other for who they are and we try to understand, and that's where understanding comes lah. So that's my second quality, understanding. So if you accept someone, I believe the understanding will be strong. And of course it goes to my third quality, which is being emotionally present, because I feel that's something that can be a distraction between both partners if we are not understanding, and if you're not emotionally present, sometimes we can't be vulnerable to each other, which is quite expected if the relationship is something we want to take further. So yeah, my top 3 qualities are those.
யுவா, உனக்கு?
இப்போதைக்கா main things when I was looking for a partner last time is must be supportive of goals, because the way I saw relationships, especially early 20s la irundhu, my viewpoint was more or less similar lah. I always wanted someone, because since my early 20s my goal has always been to build a life with a partner. So எனக்கு வந்து one of the main goals to go in line with that aim is to have a partner that's supportive of your goals, because I always saw it as you and me and her are always going to build towards something and then enjoy a life together. And in that process of building, there will be a lot of நிறைய trust and tribulations around. So I would want someone who views it as teamwork and someone who's able to be independent at the same time lah. So these were the 2 main qualities. But since எல்லாரும் சொன்னது like young time also they had criteria and all that, right? எனக்கு வந்து when I was younger I was like just super superficial lah, like hot Kennedy lah, you know.
So 180 degrees, 200 degrees.
Ayo.
Day. So yeah, hot Kennedy lah that time. And funny, yes, funny, hot and funny.
Oh yes.
Hot and funny.
யுவா, எனக்கு ஒரு கேள்வி யுவா. So like சின்ன வயசுல வந்து when you say that looks matter, இப்போதைக்கு how much do looks matter to you now compared to last time?
They do matter, but I feel like the personality. Okay, looks can help you get attracted, but it will not help you stay attracted.
Eventually வந்து அந்த character
Eventually, yeah. So, in perspective, look can help you get attracted to a person, but the personality is what will keep you attracted and keep a relationship going. At the same time, it can go both ways. So, if I don't mean to sound superficial when I say this lah, but people have preferences. And let's say you meet someone who doesn't suit your preference initially, as far as appearances go, but they have a personality that literally fits you perfectly, you will start to find them attractive over time as well lah. So this is one of the things I realized growing up lah. I feel like personality far outweighs looks, but I'm not downplaying the fact that humans do go for looks as well lah.
The fact that we do go for looks
we are wired that way lah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
அப்ப நான் ஹியூமன் இல்லைன்னு தான் நினைக்கிறேன்.
Yeah, you are bad,
it's a fact that day
கஷ்டம்.
Discovery channel வர
இல்ல இப்பதான் என்னோட பயோ யோட மேல சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தேன். இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நான் என் பயோபிக்க பாத்துக்கிட்டு இருந்தேன்டா. Terrible. Man of Steel.
Really? I thought they showing Planet Earth for
Man of Steel. I look at that
Oh
like,
my gosh.
what man? என்ன மாதிரி? Day.
Okay, Bharat, same question
Yeah,
for
I
you.
can't wait to hear your answer. Come
Same
on.
question
Yeah.
for you.
Bharat.
But okay, but in the கேள்வி நீ answer பண்ணும்போது, right, you have to try to put yourself in a human perspective. Don't think of yourself as a bear for all. Human.
ரிப்பீட் பண்ணு.
இல்ல போன வருஷம் நீங்களா வந்தீங்களா? I want to say one thing. போன வருஷம் நீங்களா வந்தீங்களா to surprise me on my birthday?
Yeah.
அப்போ வந்து my parents I think asked him what do you look for in a partner? He only answer one thing. பிரியாணி சமைக்க கத்துக்கணும்.
அது முக்கியம்டா. சத்தியமா முக்கியம்டா.
So Bharat, does the answer still maintain not?
ஓகேலா, ஐ மீன் அது உண்மையிலே சும்மா ஜோக்குக்கு தான் சொன்னேன். ஏன்னா பிரியாணி வந்து நானே சாப்பிட்டுருவேன். பிகாஸ்
keep it there. நீயே சாப்பிட்டு
I don't
already pandemic இருக்கு உலகத்துல.
So basically when I was younger, right, honestly speaking, I didn't really look for a partner, if I make sense. ஏன்னா என்னோட focus and I would call it a bit weird lah. I was just a happy-go-lucky kid who just played football, played video games, and just had fun. That's I mean, fun is like just with whatever I do lah. And I spend most of my time with my grandparents. I think that is one key thing where I say that I didn't really think about relationships. I mean, crushes irundichi, but it's more like infatuations and all that. Like, but then one thing that's has always stick with me. என்னோட வந்து நான் என்ன சொல்வேன்னா இப்போதான் எனக்கு முக்கியமான இது வந்து character. Character to me is like looks வந்து will die off. Eventually it will die off. Like at the age of 40, 50, 60 you'll start to have wrinkles, you know. But the character and the personality வந்து இது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். So ultimately வந்து அவங்க எப்படி இருக்காங்கங்கிறது முக்கியம் இல்லை. அவங்க நடைமுறையை பொறுத்து இருக்கு, அவங்க செயல் என்னென்ன செய்கிறாங்கங்கிறத பொறுத்து இருக்கு. ஸோ I still keep hold of that lah. Like character to me is the best thing. And எனக்குன்னு personally பார்த்தாக்கா I think that அவங்க வந்து ரொம்ப funny lah, should be funny lah, because I think I'm funny lah. So really, you know, match made in heaven da. So that's why.
No, you are not da.
I am da.
I want to kill myself when I talk to you da.
Please da, go ahead da.
Okay, now we answer our personal preferences. But let's talk about generally what we perceive as people of our genders want in the partner. Let's start with, again, the Kaltu fellow in the group.
Hey, Mudiyavarda.
Sharif,
Yes.
how do you perceive guys? What is your perception when you think that guys are looking for girls or other partners?
சரி, ஏஜ் குரூப்ல பிரிக்க பார்த்தா மேபி டீனேஜ் வயசுல வந்து no, I won't say all guys. சில guys வந்து sadly what they look for is just looks lah. And அதுக்கு மேல சொல்ல போனா sometimes when they do go for a date or for to hook up with a female, all they want to do is just get her into bed lah, which is sad to say. But as slowly the guys on the mature பண்ண உடனே I think around 25 when they start to find work, finish NS and everything, அவங்க வந்து அவங்களோட மைண்ட் செட் வந்து ஷிஃப்ட் ஆகும். ஸோ இப்போ அவங்களோட ஃபோக்கஸ் வந்து okay, is she gonna stay with me for a very long time? Because my young years are all gone already. Now I want to build a family or look forward to building a relationship with someone. So in the attractiveness one side I வச்சுட்டு I'm not saying it doesn't matter. இதெல்லாம் one side போட்டுக்கிட்டு then they'll look for something like career, suitability with family. In the qualities they'll look for lah. So I won't say that I'm so different from these guys lah. When it comes to around age 25 to 30 around there.
அப்ப நீ ஒரு தீராத விளையாட்டு பிள்ளையா இருந்தியாடா?
They know that teenage phase I was very scared to talk to girls, really, seriously. I was very scared to talk. உண்மையில சொல்றேன், really. I was very scared to talk to girls. I was very shy. I was very awkward. But that's another story lah.
Glad you're gonna get you're engaged now, Sharif.
Yeah, thanks lah.
I joking, I'm serious.
Hey, thanks.
Asvini, same question to you.
So normally, generally, right? Just now I told you, right, that they normally look for guys who are secure, independent, and I think like Sharif and Madri girls also, when they were younger, normally I think girls look for guys who are like popular, like boys school boys, or like cute, can sing, that kind of thing. Very, very superficial things. I think when they're younger, they don't look for such guys, but they just have crushes on such guys. Like the most popular guys in school, or like all the other girls like this guy or something like that, But and then as they grow older, I wouldn't say girls stop looking for someone who's good looking. I would never say that, because I've got friends around me who are girls and they do still look for a decent guy. They don't, ugliness solla mudiyadhu, or like they won't say like, oh, this guy has to have six pack, or like, has to look like, oh, my favorite actor nu solla matanga. But they normally would be attracted to a guy who's like, oh, hygienic, or like, very general terms like, oh, he's hygienic, he knows how to dress up, things like that, simple things like that,
I know, and the trouble எனக்கு நிறைய இருக்கு. It's too much. நீங்க மேல சொல்லுங்க.
Yeah, so என்னோட வயசுல உள்ள பெண்கள் வந்து I don't think like what Shari say, they won't say okay, looks are secondary. Normally my friends don't say that lah. Like my circle of friends, they will say like it does matter, but other than that, they will look for a guy who is financially stable. Because especially when they are getting married, or like they're planning to marry someone, does his financial stability match up to yours? They'll think of such questions lah. But I do know that there are some girls who are still wanting to just play, So எல்லாரோட characteristics are very mari lah. How would I have to say that? Like they look for different things.
Actually, looks. Sorry, you carry on first.
Okay, from your circle and from your understanding of whatever as far as like your own gender goes, right? Do you think that most girls will be comfortable being with a guy who earns lesser than them?
Okay, this is very, very
like a pattern lah.
Okay, I have to tell you honestly, every girl I've met, right, they are not comfortable with a guy who earns less than them. Like every girl I've met. But personally, I have like, explained to them that, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, there are other qualities as well. And at the end of the day, both of you are going to be a unit, not like, oh, I want to காசு தான் important, or like your காசு is important. Like at the end of the day, both of you have to learn how to manage your finances lah. But every girl I've met, they're not okay with it. What do you think, Rachel?
True. I mean, comparing today's status, and especially where we come from, like in a Singapore context, you need someone who can equally balance in terms of financial stability. So that's obviously there. And then like Asvini and Yuan mentioned, of course, like personality and independence is like a very huge tick on the box for most women who are quite financially independent, I would say. But in terms of earning, well, I have friends who are completely okay with their partner not earning as much. அவங்களுக்கு வந்து அவங்களோட like better half வந்து கம்மியா earn பண்ணா கூட பரவாயில்ல, உண்மையா இருக்கணும், கோல் ஓரியன்டா இருக்கணும், டிரைவ் அண்ட் பர்பஸோட இருந்தா எப்படியாவது முன்னேறி வரலாம், நான் வந்து உனக்கு சப்போர்ட்டா இருக்கேன், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு attitude இருக்கு அந்த அந்த சில பெண்களுக்கு. at least my friends, some of them they do. so அதை வச்சு they feel உனக்கு முன்னேறணும்னு ஒரு attitude இருந்தா சரி, இப்போதைக்கு நீ காசு சம்பாதிக்கிறது குறைவா இருந்தாலும் பிற்காலத்துல I believe உன்னால முடியும். so there's two sides to it also. It really depends on your understanding as well.
And your personality lah.
Rachel சொன்னது really makes sense because in the ஆண்கள் வந்து காசு ஆண்கள் வந்து earning X amount, the girl should understand. Not should, maybe the girl is, I think, old enough to understand that சரி, okay, இப்போதைக்கு இந்த அளவு காசு சம்பாதிக்கிறான், definitely it won't be the case 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line. Definitely be promoted or you'll find a new job. So what I think the girl should look out for is, or they should look out for the ambition of the guy, not how much the guy is earning, the ambition, or I want to achieve this by the time I'm this years old. This kind of
goal oriented.
Yeah. Because the kasu and the wealth will come from that only.
But of course, I'm so sorry, Daddy. But of course, sorry, Bharat. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. அங்க ஒரு பண்ணாடதா இருக்கு.
ஐயோ,
காதல டாடின்னு கேட்டுச்சு.
குதி. எங்க இருந்து கேட்டது?
What?
எனக்கோ டாடி கேட்டுச்சு.
இந்த வாரம் இதுதான்டா வீடியோஸ்.
Very bad. ஐயோ பாருங்க போயிட்டு என்ன சொல்லுவது? No, I was flow போயிட்டேலா, பரவாயில்ல, யாராவது சொல்லுங்க.
I know, like as in personality matters, right? But எனக்கு தெரியல, என்னோட close friends வந்து mostly they naturally don't accept the fact that, you know, a guy earns lesser. But at the end of the day, what Sharif says is true lah. Like his goal-oriented mindset and his ambition and his personality matters more than all those superficial facts, you know?
Oh, now I remember. Correct.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Yes, priorities.
Yeah, sometimes சில பெண்கள் வந்து இப்போதைக்கு வந்து compare பண்ணுவாங்க. Like comparison is like it's like I feel is the poison in most relationships. Like even if when they are ready with someone, அவங்கள பாரு, look at my friend's boyfriend, அவனுக்கு வந்து இவ்வளவு இருக்கு, இப்படி இருக்கு, ஆனா and sometimes that might be a killer lah. But if you understand your partner well and you prioritize your relationship above all the other materialistic stuff, and I think this shouldn't be a problem.
வாழ்க்கையில் லட்சியம் ரொம்ப முக்கியங்கிறது எனக்கு புரியுது நீங்கள் ரெண்டு பேரும் சொல்கிறத வச்சு. ஸோ காசு இருக்கான்னு முக்கியம் இல்லை, ஆனால் வாழ்க்கையில் லட்சியம் இருக்கா, அதான் முக்கியம்.
காசு வரும்டா, மணி கம் மணி கோடா.
Money come, honey go also.
Yes, correct. Money go, honey go.
So the question, I'll throw back the question to you. As a guy, right, would you feel comfortable if a girl earns more than you?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Because okay, let's look at it from Singapore perspective. I know we have listeners from other countries, so let me give you all some context also. Most guys வந்து நம்மளோட diploma இல்லாட்டி JC பண்ணிட்ட உடனே will enter national service. So அது வந்து ஒரு 2 years எடுத்துரும். At that point, நம்ம groupல இருக்கிற girls, they will be either pursuing their degree already or most of them will have started working. Which means that நம்ம நாட்டுல both guys and girls at X age, the girls are more likely to have started in the workforce. Which means the guys have a 2-year delay at the minimum when it comes to entering the workforce proper lah. So as a result, when you're in your mid-20s and stuff, you realize that let's say 25 years old girl is more advanced, more experienced in the workforce compared to the guy who may have just finished his degree. So I was எனக்கு வந்து இந்த அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் எப்பயோ இருந்துச்சு, like young time, like from the way I see, ஏன்னா NSல இருக்கும்போது I see a lot of young girl classmates all, they already have like experience, they're working in big agencies and things like that. So எனக்கு அப்பவே தெரிஞ்சிட்டு like okay lah, like females are more or less are going to have a head start. So and as a guy, you also know that there is a certain expectation that you need to earn a certain amount also. Even if you don't agree with it or not, you know that there is an expectation there.
Correct.
So I was like well aware of this lah. So I knew that I had to be fair to myself. So at that time already I told myself I cannot compare. So எனக்கு என்ன பண்ண முடியுமோ நான் அதை தான் பண்ணோம். So like you all said, I agree with what you all say lah. Have a goal. So எனக்கு வந்து நினைச்சேன், if I have a goal of what I want, like when I'm 30, when I'm 35, 40, அதை நோக்கி வேலை செஞ்சா பணம் வரும். பணம் வரலைன்னா சந்தோஷமா நிம்மதியா இருக்கணும் at least. So at the end of the day, these are most important lah. I think like peace and happiness chase panna, more or less you will be happy with whatever money you have.
Wow.
I think peace, you shouldn't chase peace. Peace comes from contentment of what you are currently.
Yeah lah, but you get what I'm saying lah. Like, you can't chase peace, it's a process. What?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, rather than chasing the money lah. Right?
Yeah.
Correct.
So now that I mentioned, right, that guys are aware that girls have expectation that guys should more or less be financially stable. Is there anything that women could that guys should that you all think guys are superficial about, or that you all think guys generally expect from women? Let's start with Rachel first.
மச்சான் அந்த கொஸ்டினை கொஞ்சம் இங்கிலீஷ்ல போடு.
Okay, so now that நான் இப்போ மென்ஷன் பண்ணல ஆன்சர் கொடுக்கும் போது that சொசைட்டில ஒரு எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் இருக்கு that guys must earn a certain amount or must earn more than women. Do you all think that, like from a female perspective, do you all think that there are certain things that guys expect from you all?
Yeah. Of
So Rachel,
course
you
we
can
do.
answer first.
அதுக்கு தான் யாரு சொல்லிச்சு அவ்வளவுதான்.
இருக்குல்ல, I mean confirm lah. நம்மளுக்கு எப்படி financial stability முக்கியமோ அவங்களுக்கு தானே முக்கியம். So important, especially as we all agree, Singapore's context, we need and the ability to be able to do it. And I'm sure some guys who have that financial stability would want us, because now we are looking at men supportive of women's goals. அவங்களுக்கு அவங்களோட partner oh, they are proud. There are some men who are very proud to have a woman to succeed. ஒரு நிலைமைக்கு போகணும். So they will be like, இல்ல நான் என்ன செய்யணுமோ நான் செய்யறேன், ஆனா நீ எங்க போனோமோ அங்க நீ போகணும், நான் உனக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்றேன். அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய men we are now witnessing in today's society because of the evolving culture. You know, like all over, it really like draws an impact. And of course, I think most guys also அவங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியம் like புரிந்துணர்தல் and compromising, like ஏன்னா எல்லாத்துக்கும் நான் புரிஞ்சுக்கோலா, புரிஞ்சுக்கோ. And that's very important, because எல்லாத்துக்கும் okay, like for example, ஏன் ஃபுட்பால் போறேன், இப்போ எத்தனை மணிக்கு வீட்டுல இருக்கணும், why can't you spend time with me, that kind of thing. But I believe that most guys also know these days that அவங்களுக்கு தெரியும் எப்போ ஸ்பெண்ட் டைம் பண்ணணும், என்ன கொடுக்கணும், எது எப்போ கொடுக்கணும், அவங்களுக்கு தெரியும். They know the time, they know the element of surprise. ஆனா அவங்க சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க. But some girls, you're like, என்ன ஒண்ணுமே செய்யல, and அவனுக்கு பிடிக்கல, that kind of thing. So I feel understanding and compromise is also something that most men are expecting out of females, because it's something that's lacking, I think.
Asvini?
I agree as well. So from what I've heard from my friends as well, male friends, they expect their girlfriends to be independent. So like not overtly dependent on them. Like I always hear them saying this, we would rather date a girl who's independent, not like எல்லாத்துக்கும் you need to follow me here, follow me there, naturally. So I think women also expect guys to be independent, right? So guys do the same thing. They expect women to be independent. Like they should run their own like life lah. So I'll just be a partner walking through life with you, not like I'm your half, without me you cannot live, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு mentality. So like naturally I think a lot of guys are attracted to women who know their shit, like they who are doing their own stuff lah. Then you're just there to accompany them and go through like life together as partners, compared to like hey, what are you laughing?
ஒரு சந்தேகம், ஏன்டா சிரிக்கிற நாதாரி?
No,
Come on, story time, come on.
No, because she said know your shit, right? Then after you shoot, you look and say hello shit.
That's exactly what he would think.
Yeah, this is
Asvini.
exactly what he'll think.
That's the capacity of Yui.
This is what I'm going through for 6 years.
No, this is what you're going to go through for the rest of your life.
Oh, ஆமால.
Oh my god.
அவ நீதான் பண்ணி லஞ்சஸ்லாம் செஞ்சு
என்ன கன்றாவியோ.
Yeah.
இதை வச்சு பார்க்குறப்ப I just got one question. I would like to insert social media here, okay? Do you think உங்களோட ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் நீங்கள் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்பில் இருக்கீங்க சரியா, அது சோஷியல் மீடியா போட்டால் தான் அது வேலிடேட் ஆகும், இல்லாட்டி இட்ஸ் it's not valid, or people should know that I'm in a relationship. So there are people who post it consistently on social media, but there's also the other half that doesn't. They live in secretness சொல்ல மாட்டேன், but அந்த social media surrounding இல்லாம சும்மா நான் எனக்குண்டு நான் அவள்னு சும்மா அப்படியே போற மாதிரி. So what are your thoughts on this? Like, do you think social media is needed to validate your relationship?
Obvious answer, no da. Why must you use an external platform to validate your love for one another?
No, because I have seen people, right, constantly posing that.
I mean, if it makes them
Yes.
happy, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My preference வந்து I keep it as low profile as possible. அதுக்குன்னு I don't post zero posts about my relationship. அப்போ maybe once in a while, once in a blue moon, நான் வந்து I'll just post in the restaurant போ, இந்த சாப்பாடு ட்ரை பண்றோம். So I'll just post such small snippets of my life lah. Nothing too intrusive into my personal life. It's just small snippets. அதுக்கு மேல வந்து I won't do it because I'm a huge believer in keeping my personal life private lah. நான் social mediaல post பண்றது வந்து is more of my passion of photography.
And football also, right?
Oh yeah.
What about I'll jump to Rachel first. What about Rachel?
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, same as Sharif. I don't believe in it.
Asvini?
Okay, so there's two reasons why people post on social media. So when I was younger, I would be very honest, I did use social media for a lot of validation. Like self-esteem. When you post things, people are liking your photos, and you feel a sense of like, oh, okay, there's like people who think that I look good, or maybe I've got this many of friends, right? But as I grew older, let's say when I hit about 21, 22, this is not for validation. Like, we can just post whatever we want, just to be happy. Like, you can post whatever you want. And we also agree, I think Yuvraj and I agreed, like, you know what, when you post things, there are very pakranga, and we also had like this fear, oh my god, every time we post something, are we going to fight? Like, those evil eye. Those evil eye.
கண்ணு வைப்பாங்க. So few days later you'll start fighting your girlfriend.
I don't know, suddenly
this is
he
the
brought
real
it up.
stomach fire.
He brought it up. He said, oh, now post panone, we fought. We post
I also believe in it, I'm like Yuva, I believe in it also.
Yeah.
Because it has happened also. So I'm very cautious about it.
Yeah, for me, chun every time I post got fight.
Oh,
That's
no,
why I don't post.
And then he said, okay,
Yeah.
he said, I'm just going to stop. So after that, I personally would like to post because I realized my circle of friends, right, we don't communicate on a daily basis. So like my social media is a way where we, get in touch of like what we do. So like close friends, they talk to me like on a daily basis. But then in the many friends, like secondary school friends, or after they see my pictures, they know that I'm doing fine, things like that.
Keep them
So
updated.
yeah, I'll keep them updated. So rather than validation, I would say I do post, of course, not like on a daily basis every minute, but just to keep them updated. Yeah.
Yuva?
I completely disagree that you need social media as validation lah. எனக்கு வந்து like personal practice is I barely post about my relationship on social media, and when I do, I make sure that it's funny.
Yeah.
So because my point is I don't care whether you post a picture with your girlfriend or boyfriend. I have nothing to gain from it. So நான் ஏதாவது post பண்ணா I make sure that at least the caption is funny so that people பார்த்தா they can laugh.
இந்த கட்டத்துல எனக்கு ஒரு கதை இருக்கு. நீ கேப்ஷன் சொன்னல
ஒரு ப்ரோபோசலா
அதான் டே சத்தியமா
But that's literally him lah. I mean, like, you see,
I know that's literally him, but you know like it's like a very sweet moment. It's like, okay lah, as a guy also, I believe like guys also under கொஞ்சம் emotional, they'll take it soft side. இந்த பண்ணாட என்னன்னா Undertaker Ric Flair. For those who don't know who's Undertaker and Ric Flair, they are WWE legends wrestlers, and I see that, I'm like, Yenda. I believe I messaged you after that, right? Straight away.
Yeah. There are a lot of people message. So that's my point. Like, எனக்கு வந்து இதெல்லாம் பப்ளிக்ல போட்டு பப்ளிக் கமெண்ட் பண்ணி லைக் பண்ணி செஞ்சாதான் என் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் இஸ் ட்ரூன்னு நான் நம்பினதே இல்லை. Because at the end of the day, it's my partner and me who's going through everything. So it's not a criteria for me lah. But I understand why some people do it. Some people use social media as an emotional tool of expression.
Yeah.
So either like if let's say I'm feeling happy at a certain point, even if it's not a relationship based thing, they post it. They capture the moment and they post it and they share it.
Yeah.
The idea is that to make this gave me joy and I'm sharing this with people in my network lah. That's basically the idea. So I can understand why some people do that lah. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But if you're using it as the sole criteria for judging whether a relationship is true, then I think you need to rethink
Yeah,
stuff.
there's something wrong if you want validation from others for your relationship.
Yeah.
Huh?
But then,
but
if we see other people like posting stuff on their relationship, I think I'm not going to say that. Oh, look at them, looking for validation. I'll be like really happy for them.
Yes.
They look really good together.
Yeah,
Oh, very nice.
Which
They
goes
dress so
back to
nice
my
together.
previous point lah. You do it as a moment, as an extension to share with people that you're feeling happy or blah blah blah. You know.
Yeah. So generally, I also realize people who look at others, other couples who are like, oh, na sandoshama irukanga. Like some girls, they do say, wow, they keep posting pictures, huh? Then they have to look inward. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, correct.
About others this way. But if generally you feel happy, wow, அவங்க பார்க்க ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்காங்க, ஜோடி பொறுத்த நல்லா இருக்கு. Like, some people will say, then okay, you're exuding happiness compared to like jealousy.
And the comment வந்து Asvini, you said something, why they posting so much? And the comment சொல்ற பதிலா very easy, you can just go to their profile and unfollow if you got that kind of
yeah, exactly. Yeah. What is your viewpoint, but having not been on this side of the fence, right? One opinion when you see people posting a lot about the relationship, or even if they do so sparingly, what's your viewpoint?
Okay. So இந்த கட்டத்தில் நான் ஒன்று சொல்ல விரும்புகிறேன். எனக்கு வயசு 26, 26 years I've been single. இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் ஹேண்டில்
ப்ரோமோட் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்க போறியா?
இங்க ஜவல் இருக்கணும்.
இல்லாட்டி கிழிச்சிடுமா? இல்ல ஓகே. On a very serious note, to me, okay, the fact that I've been single for 26 years and the relationship, because எனக்கு வந்து அது வந்து more of character building and character. So if I mentality padi, if I get to get someone like that, like the character in my head or someone who I can vibe with, she would not be someone who uses social media so much, ideally lah. But then it varies also. To me, it doesn't make sense to validate your relationship on a Instagram platform because of the point saying that even I believe in that. Like, ஒருத்தர் அதை பார்த்து jealous ஆகி அது வந்து people are weird, people are psychotic, people are crazy. I've seen plenty. Like, I've actually seen people actually like trying to get back at their exes because like they did something stupid, so they actually create like stupid shit on social media. And these are the same people who actually validated their so-called relationship by posting every day, cheesy stuff, cheesy quotes. So நிறைய இது அந்த மாதிரி நான் பார்த்துருக்கேன் like social media. But on the flip side also, நான் என்ன பார்த்துருக்கேன்னா அவங்க social media post பண்றது இல்ல. I know one couple, அவங்க வந்து எப்போ தெரியுமா அவங்க ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்ல இருக்காங்கன்னு போஸ்ட் பண்ணாங்க, கல்யாணம் ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான். And they were in a relationship for like 5-6 years. A good 5-6 years before they actually tie the knot. And it shows that அவங்க சந்தோஷமா இருக்காங்க. And to me it's like, I rather you not post it, but I rather you work on your relationship. I rather you work on that time than spending time to validate your relationship on the social media platform. But then again, I say I've not been in a relationship, so I don't know what kind of shit we have to go through in that.
Bharav's next girlfriend is going to be those influencer.
Influenza.
You may DM Bharat's Insta
Because he's
after hearing this
He's
episode.
asking for girlfriend through Instagram.
இல்ல நான் சும்மா தான் சொன்னேன்.
Anybody who
Please.
comes across social media, please.
DM le வந்து பூரம்.
Like through his
Sorry, I'm
somebody who uses social media. Sorry.
That's my take on it lah.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to ask a little bit of a taboo question.
Oh God.
There is a notion, right, amongst guys think there'll be a few layers to this. Guys think that girls perceive men as always wanting sex in a relationship. Do women really think that? Like that's one of the main goals. We feel being perceived that way.
I think முதல்ல ஷாரிஃப் சொன்னார்ல அந்த பாயிண்ட்.
He said teenage.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I mean,
I'm
Yeah.
talking about like as like generally.
Adult.
Yeah, generally. Is it still a pressure that women feel that if let's say you're entering a relationship or about to enter a relationship, do you feel that you're expected at any point to tackle the topic of sex? And is it pressurizing, or do you think it's a need for guys in general?
No, actually, when I was younger, yes, all the girls were like, hey, you better make sure you find a guy who doesn't just want sex, and the மாதிரி சொல்லுவாங்க. But nowadays, I don't think women think that way lah. I mean, especially in our day and age, like we are more of like we're looking for a guy who is like who is financially stable, or like who has a job, or like just those other criteria. Like we're not, but there is a perceived notion that guys that who are younger, they just want sex. There is. So I do agree lah. I do agree.
Rachel?
Yeah, same as Ashwini. Same. Like it's literally like younger days அப்படிதான் நினைப்பாங்க. ஆனா இப்போ வந்து நிறைய பேருக்கு வந்து like மற்ற priorities இருக்குல்ல, so இது மட்டும் வாழ்க்கையில இல்ல, so வளர்ந்தோனே you it's quite common that எல்லாமே மாறுது, like our whole priorities take a shift completely. So இது வந்து vital, ஆனா like எல்லாத்துக்கும் மேல அவ்வளவு vital இல்ல. So it's just age lah, depending on age as well.
Yeah, but I mean there are some girls who would say different.
அதுக்கு மட்டும்
அதுக்கு மட்டும். So cannot say guys only இப்படி, சில girls அதுக்கு ஒண்டி இருப்பாங்க,
Yeah, correct.
So it goes both ways. We cannot like say it in a way like only guys are like that, girls are like this too.
So, now I just want to say something. So guys வந்து those who really prioritize having sex, அவங்க normally long term relationship குள்ள போக மாட்டாங்க நினைக்கிறேன். Correct, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
correct.
That's the pattern lah.
yeah, it's just more of a short term thing, one night, that kind of thing. Long term now you don't have to, the ladies don't really have to worry.
Yeah lah.
So என் சர்க்கிள் இருந்து இல்லை நான் பார்த்த வரைக்கும் there are actually people who went into relationship but they cheat on the relationship.
Yes, they're called the cheaters.
Yes. Yes, they use cheat code. But அவனுங்க வந்து not faithful in the relationship and they think marriage is just a game.
Yeah.
அது ஒரு எவ்வளவு பெரிய ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டிங்கிறது சில பேருக்கு இன்னும் புரியல. ஸோ லைக் அந்த கல்யாணங்கிறது ஒரு ஹியூஜ் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி. அதனால தான் அந்த கேரக்டர் ரொம்ப முக்கியம்னு எனக்கு தோணுது.
But yes, why did you ask this question, Mr. Yuvraj?
No, because there's a notion like எனக்கு தெரியும் like நிறைய guys think that women perceive men that way. Because of like history and whatever lah, but we are aware or we are suspicious that in a மாதிரி ஒரு perception இருக்கு, and I just wanted to get the other side of the story lah, whether it's actually true or not. Because the way it's being portrayed in like media and all that is that like guys is ஒரு அடிப்படை need அந்த மாதிரி தான் portray பண்ணப்பட்டு இருக்கு. So I just wanted to know whether in the real life is it a thing or not lah.
I think so lah. I mean generally girls வந்து இப்படி தான் யோசிக்கிறாங்க, So your question does lie some truth.
So நீ மீடியான்னு சொன்ன, I got a question for you all. How media impacts the quality we want in our partners? மீடியா வந்து ஒரு டூலா எப்படி அது இம்பாக்ட் பண்ணுது?
Oh God, Yuvraj, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I gave a long lecture to Asvini about this. Like,
அப்போ உன்கிட்ட கடைசியா வரேன் அஸ்வினி, நீ முதல்ல சொல்லுங்க.
Okay, so naturally when Yuvraj told me lah, okay, that media does affect you in terms of like what you would want in a guy. So it does play a major role, especially when you're growing up. உங்க அப்பா அம்மா பாக்குறீங்க, yes, they are together, but you don't really get other influences. Just like watching movies will let you know what romance is, or like watching a movie will like help you know what like masculinity is, So as I was growing up, I would say media did play a huge role in making me like kind of mold my perspective. Like இந்த மாதிரி இருந்தாதான் வந்து romantic, இந்த மாதிரி இருந்தாதான் வந்து like இந்த பையன் வந்து நம்ம love பண்றான், அந்த மாதிரி notion இருந்துச்சு. So I think that media until now it still does play a huge role lah. Like I wouldn't say I've stepped out of it and then like changed my perception. Like how to say, எப்படி சொல்றது தெரியல. Like okay, இந்த romantic என்ற ஒரு idea, okay, how do you guys actually figure out what is romantic and what is not romantic?
As long as I got biryani, I'm like really
that
like
Aromantic da.
Oh my god.
Yes, aromantic.
Oh my god.
Aromantic.
ரொம்ப சிரிப்பா இருக்கு.
Of course, I'm funny.
Hey, but joke சொன்னது நான்டா.
Yeah, that's why. அதுக்கு நீ பண்ணி
பிரியாணி
சொல்ற.
சொன்னது நான்டா.
Damn it.
Yes.
ரெண்டு பேரும் work பண்ணி இந்த ஜோக்க சொல்றீங்க, இந்த கேவலமான ஜோக்க.
Because
Yeah.
today we are both working harder than
Oi.
I'll
So
give
the
some context to the people listening, because behind Rachel, she has a virtual background that says work harder today than you ever.
No.
That's something I ever.
Yeah. Than you
So-
ever.
Ashwini, before we answer that question, right?
Mm.
Rachel, can you give your thoughts on that first? How does media play a part in that?
It plays a huge part lah. Especially இந்த காலகட்டத்துல நிறைய டீனேஜர்ஸ் வந்து அதை பார்த்து தானே லைக் எனக்கு இப்படிப்பட்ட காய் தான் எனக்கு வேணும், அவளை பார்த்தியா இவளை பார்த்தியா அந்த மாதிரி
Yeah,
இந்த மாதிரி. I'm like, okay, so sad, அவங்களுக்கு ரியாலிட்டி தெரியல, that kind of thing. So in this current day and age, it plays a massive role. But like our age group also, we tend to go past it. You know what I mean? நம்ம வந்து பாக்குறோம், அழுகுறோம், ஓ நல்லா இருக்குல்ல இருக்கு. ஆனா வளர்ந்தோன்னே வந்து நம்மளுக்கு தெரியுது, okay,
Yeah.
there's more to it. But
Yeah.
now it's really crazy lah. It's really.
So, என்ன பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், like personally, I cannot speak for all guys lah, because I've seen like guys வேற ஐடியா இருக்கு ரொமான்ஸை பத்தி. என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், because answer will be biased. ஏன்னா I was studying media since I was 17. So I was very well aware like மீடியால பார்க்கறதெல்லாம் உண்மையா இருக்கக்கூடாதுன்னு, உண்மையா இருக்காதுன்னு, and பார்த்ததை வச்சு you cannot set expectations for reality. நான் early age கத்துக்கிட்டேன் through my education lah. So and through practice also எனக்கு வந்து ஒரு இது இருந்துச்சு, like I was posting a lot when I was younger, like I was a very happy person, blah blah blah, but when I was very down emotionally and all that. But if you look at my social media, I look like a super happy person. But if you look at me at the exact same time, then I might have been going through some shit. So at the practice irundadanaale, I was well aware that okay, social media, not everything is true. So what you're going to do is you're just going to focus on yourself internally and take what comes to you in person. So என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், to answer your question, I would say that media has not really greatly influenced my expectations of a relationship consciously. என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், it has always to do with how you feel. Like if let's say certain qualities of your partner or experiences that you have bring you joy, I think that is the focus. And social media can be an outlet, but not the basis.
Yeah, so for example, like giving like a bouquet of roses to your girlfriend, that's romantic, right? Like all these ideas, how do you guys get this?
So to me, right, I can only answer this in context of our relationship lah. So I give it to you because I know it will make you happy, not because it will make me happy.
Oh,
Like
wow.
Roses got
like if you look at it rationally, right, what has me buying flowers that somebody plucked out and took care of and put it in a shop? I literally just bartered. I gave cash and I took the flowers and I left.
மச்சான், அந்த ஃப்ளவர் டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷனை தமிழ்ல சொல்றியா?
பூடா பூ.
இல்ல, அந்த டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் அந்த முதல்ல சொன்னி, அந்த ஹோல் டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் ஆஃப் தி process.
எவனோ பறிச்சான். ஏண்டா?
எவனோ வளர்த்தான் பறிச்சான்.
எவனோ வளர்த்தா, எவனோ பறிச்சான். நான் போய் புடுங்கனா.
Oh my god.
I will refresh. எவனோ புடுங்கன பூவை. So rationally speaking, like என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், it doesn't, the actual act of giving you the flower is not the thing that gives me joy. It's the joy you get when you receive it that gives me joy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So but this whole idea might have come up because of media.
Yeah. So in a way, we all learn through media, right? We cannot say we have not been affected at all.
ஆனா the one dangerous thing வந்து மீடியாவே இப்போ உன்னோட எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன்ஸ்லாம் எடுத்து வச்சுக்கிட்டு and then you project these expectations on your partner அப்போதான் it will be very very dangerous. அந்த பார்ட்னருக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப ப்ரெஷரா இருக்கும்.
Yeah, but to answer Asvini's question, like you gave a point where media is what might have influenced this. But the argument, I do agree that there might be a subconscious thing, but the argument I'm making is that
There's more than
media,
that.
I am acting on the fact that you will be happy rather than the fact that it is expected of me to give you a flower.
Oh yes, correct. Okay.
So like just to expand on that point, and to answer your question, Asvini, another point of view, and then pataka. Again, I emphasize again, I've not been in a relationship. I'm single, but if I were to be in the situation, right? என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் அந்த என்னோட அதர் ஹாஃப்க்கு என்ன பிடிச்சிருக்குன்னு நினச்சி தான் நான் செய்வேனே தவிர I absolutely do not find giving a bouquet of rose romantic, to be very honest. Because end of the day, it's like, what purpose does it serve that person? அது வந்து அவங்கள சந்தோஷப்படுத்தா ஓகே தென் இஸ் ஃபைன்.
Dry flowers.
பட் அதர் தென் தட் இஸ் இட் யூஸ்ஃபுல் ஃபார் த பர்சன்? ஏன்னா அந்த பூ வந்து வாடி சாவதான் போகுது.
Sorry.
Yeah, dried flower book செய்யலாம்.
இதை நான் பார்த்தேன்ல.
what is
இது எப்ப நடந்துச்சு?
Hey, you haven't heard of potpourri?
பூப்பறி?
Yeah.
பூ பறிக்கிறது.
நல்லவேளை பூரிட்டு சொல்லுறேன் நீ.
டேய் சத்தியமா புரியலடா.
இதுக்கு பிறகு உனக்கு கூகுள் லிங்க் ஷேர் பண்றேன்டா.
விடு. No, but then my point being is like அவங்களுக்கு அந்த act of romance னு சொல்லுவேன். அது வந்து யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கணும்ன்றது. That's how I find romance, or that's what I find romantic.
அவங்களுக்கு என்ன வேணும்னு பொறுத்து, right? Not like what the general public wants.
Exactly.
Or like what media wants. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like Scarlett Johansson வந்து அவெஞ்சர்ஸ்ல செத்த மாதிரி ஹல்க் வந்து பெஞ்சை தூக்கி வீசினாரு. அந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் நம்மளால பண்ண முடியாது. ஏன்னா சேரை தூக்குறதுக்கே எனக்கு 2 முட்டி 2 கையெல்லாம் வலிக்குது. ஸோ setting media sets an expectation. I completely agree. But அதை நம்ம எப்படி எடுக்கிறோங்கிறது இருக்கு. I'll draw back the point to social media. நம்ம அந்த social மீடியாவை பார்க்குறோம், அந்த those people who actually put out their posts, saying that இந்த நாளைக்கு நான் MBS போனேன், இந்த நாளைக்கு நான் இதுக்கு போனேன், இந்த நாளைக்கு அதுக்கு போனேன். But that doesn't mean if I don't do that means I'm not in love with the person.
Yes, correct.
So it's like என்னோட இது வந்து அந்த எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன்ஸ் வந்து ஏர்லியா செட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்னா இந்த மாதிரி தான், இந்த பர்சன் இந்த மாதிரி, இந்த பர்சன் இந்த மாதிரி. That's what I think that makes a perfect collaboration, chemistry, contribution.
Just to reiterate, the மீடியாவோட like காட்டுறது வந்து you shouldn't use that as your pure expectations on your partner. இல்லாட்டி அவங்களுக்கு வந்து
very unfair.
Very unfair.
And one thing media does, நான் பார்த்துருக்கேன், பிகாஸ் நானும் வந்து 17 வயசுலேருந்து மீடியா நான் படிச்சுக்கிட்டு தான் இருந்தேன். நான் மேஸ்காம், I've been taking மேஸ்காம். So one thing I feel that media doesn't portray is like the flaws that are in a person. Maybe some do, but most of it generally doesn't. ஏன்னா என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் ஒருத்தரை வந்து நம்ம வாழ்க்கை துணையை எடுத்துக்கணும்னா அவங்க ஃப்ளாவையும் பார்க்கணும், அதை நம்ம accept பண்ணணும். The key to a relationship is like accepting both the flaws and like working with each other on that. Because nobody is perfect. If somebody says they're perfect, that's bullshit. But I feel like on the media side வந்து அதை காட்டுறது இல்லை. எல்லாமே rosy and everything is like happy go lucky.
They cannot, because they need to sell the film or sell the whatever.
Exactly. So நம்ம வந்து அதை வச்சிட்டு அது ஒரு பெர்செப்ஷன் நம்ம பார்த்தாக்கா I think it's dangerous.
But I think also right, இப்போ பார்க்கும் ஒரு காலகட்டத்துல if you all can remember நிறைய படங்கள் வருது like violence, relationships there, how are they tackling it? Like they are not only showing the rosy part, but they are showing the நல்லது, the கெட்டது, and how to tackle it, and what should you do to prevent it. So there's a lot of prevention films coming out these days also, right?
But they are not super hit. That's the thing.
Don't
if you notice, right?
அவங்க mainstream இல்ல.
Those mainstream ones are those like, wow, the guy is super romantic in the books, romantic books,
like
movies, advertising la idan mainstream.
When it comes to sales, sex always sells, humor sells.
I remember there was one movie which was very hit when I was in diploma, 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh yes. And then
இல்ல பாப்பா போட்ட தாப்பன்னு சொல்ல வந்தேன்.
I remember Yuvraj asked me, அவன் மட்டும் ஒரு beggar இருந்தானா என்ன ஆயிருக்கும்?
அதுதான் எக்ஸாக்ட்லி அது ஒரு பிச்சைக்காரன் இருந்தாக்கா அவன் ஜெயில போட்டுருப்பானுங்க.
போயிட்டீங்களா வேலை செஞ்சா கன்ஃபார்ம் ஜெயில போட்டுருப்பாங்க.
And just because I mean to be honest, in our circle of friends, so we were all like, whoa, this guy, you know, the hype was there. Then I was just thinking, okay, it is romantic, but what he said held some truth. So if he was a beggar, what happened?
இல்ல ரீசெண்டா ஒரு film வந்துருச்சு Netflixல 365 daysனு ஒரு film. I didn't watch the film personally lah, but a lot of people are raving about it. It's the same concept as 50 Shades of Grey lah. Abuse.
No, but I remember there was a காலகட்டம், right? நம்ம வந்து படங்க பார்க்கும்போது a lot there was certain films in that particular phase where நிறைய பசங்களுக்கு வந்து like they were literally beggars actually. They have nothing, and then they will show like the girls will go behind him, and then some of the girls will be like, இல்ல அவனுக்கு ஒண்ணுமே இருந்தா பரவாயில்ல, நான் அவனுக்கு இருக்கேன். ஏன்னா அவங்க அப்பா அம்மா சொல்லுங்க, ஏன்னா நான் அவனுக்கு இருக்கேன், நான் உனக்கு வச்சு காப்பாத்து கூட முடியல, நீ வந்து and they got influenced by the film. I don't know, I think there's this movie called Kadal or something.
I get reminded of Badri, the Vijay movie.
But there was a phase, you know,
there was a phase where I think all the guys were like, you know what, we are done with this bullshit. The guy has to be rich.
This one I think it will be useful, right? எனக்கு வந்து ஸ்கூல்ல படிச்ச ஒரு இது like ஞாபகம் வருது, like since we are talking about media and how people are influenced, right? ஒரு தியரி இருக்கு, நான் காமர்ஸ்ல படிச்சது called the hypodermic needle theory.
மறுபடியும் அது இங்கிலீஷ்ல போடுறா.
Hypodermic, like HYPODERMIC, needle like ஊசி theory. So what that means is basically, if I were to sum it up in a sentence, like the media says it, so it must be true. That's basically why there's a word called needle in the theory, is that basically it's like the media is injecting information into your brains.
That's like a strange
So the idea is that media, TV, for example, I just going to use TV as an example lah. TV la enna mari kaatran, so adu unmaiya da irukano. So if I were to give an example, romance equals to guy buying the girl flowers. They show this on TV,
it's accepted,
which means that it's accepted by the people who watch the TV. Therefore, it is common practice that, okay, I'm a boyfriend, I need to buy my girlfriend roses. I'm a boyfriend, I'm a couple, I'm in a relationship, we need to celebrate Valentine's Day.
Anniversary, monthsary.
Like the intended message.
If a week sari கூட வந்துட்டு.
So the reason why I brought that up is so that people can be, if let's say you are questioning yourself whether at any point you are not sure whether you have been influenced too much by the media, is you guys can go look this theory up lah. It's not the most, is in the theory பத்தி நிறைய discussions, நிறைய disputes இருந்திருக்கு as with any theory, but this one has a lot of disputes lah, because it's so it makes the viewer very passive, like உங்களுக்கு சொந்த புத்தி இல்ல sort of thing. But there is some truth to it lah. So if you guys want, go read it up, the hypodermic needle theory.
So that on the theory of the like basis, the base argument is that just because அவங்க மீடியால காட்டுறாங்க is they presume it to be true lah. Just so basically mainstream எல்லாரும் பண்றாங்க.
Basically in a gist is the media shows it, so it is true.
Oh, okay.
Like they have an intended message, right? So they show it and then
So இந்த aquafina மறுபடியும் சொல்லு.
Hypodermic needle theory da para.
So no da, I am Bharat, not para.
Hypo
இல்ல, so அந்த ஹைப்போ தியரி,
நீடல் தியரி,
அதான் அந்த நீடல் தியரிய பத்தி நீங்க தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னா வந்து
aquafina
ஏதோ ஒண்ணு வந்து
ஃபுட்பால் பிளேயர்
Aquafina is the actor lah.
Aquafina is the water bottle lah.
Hakuna Matata da.
Aquafina is the mermaid.
சரி,
there's a footballer called Akin Fenwa.
ஆமாண்டா, அது என்னோட ஸ்டூடெண்ட்.
Oh my god.
ஸோ இந்த வாரம் வந்து நல்லா டிபேட் நல்லா போட்டு வாங்கணும்னு நம்ம நம்பியிருக்கோம். I believe we broke a bit of like stigmas and theories as well. அதை பற்றி டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் நம்புகிறோம். ஸோ ஹோப்ஃபுல்லி இதை கேட்டுட்டு நேயர்கள் வந்து என்ஜாய் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்கன்னு நம்புகிறோம். பெர்செப்ஷனும் எப்படி, உங்கள் பெர்செப்ஷன் எப்படிங்கிறத நீங்களே முடிவிடுங்க. வாட் வி கேவ் வந்து இஸ் ஜஸ்ட் அவர் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் அவர் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் அண்ட் வாட் வி திங்க். ஸோ இஃப் யூ கோனா ஷூட் அஸ் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் திஸ், ப்ளீஸ் இட்ஸ் ஜஸ்ட் ஃபார் கன்வர்சேஷன்ஸ் கைஸ். ஸோ ஹோப்ஃபுல்லி இதை நீங்கள் என்ஜாய் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்கன்னு நம்புகிறேன். இந்த வாரம் கெஸ்ட்டாக வந்த அஸ்வினிக்கும் ரேச்சலுக்கும் ரொம்ப நன்றி. ஐ ஹோப் யூ ஆல் என்ஜாய் த ஷோ.
எஸ் ரொம்ப என்ஜாய்
on a
பண்ணோம்.
spot da. Even if they never enjoyed it, I might say yes da.
Yes, right.
இந்த கான்ட்ராக்ட்ல எழுதி வச்சிருக்கோம்.
So hopefully you all enjoyed this week. நம்ம இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் வந்து வடபூச்சே பாட்காஸ்ட், அதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணலன்னா போய் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுங்க. நம்ம ஸ்பாட்டிஃபை, ஆப்பிள் ஐடியூன்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஃபாலோ பண்ணலன்னா ப்ளீஸ் கோ சப்ஸ்கிரைப், ஃபாலோ எவ்ரிதிங், யூ நோ வாட் டு டூ. ஸோ இந்த வாரம் வந்து நம்ம இதோட முடிக்கணும். Am I right?
Yep.
ஓகே, அடுத்த வாரம் இன்னொரு டாபிக்கோட சந்திப்போம். இது உங்கள் பாரத்.
Bye.
Bye.
வடபோச்சே.